This thing is slow today. Okay, there we go. We're streaming live now. Hello, ladies. How are you out there? Hi, Lindy. How are you?
Good morning.
Good to see
Hi,
you.
Lindy.
Good to see
Today
you.
we get to relax and have an open mind because we have what do you call yourself?
A hypnotherapist.
Hypnotherapist with us today. You never know. I don't ever act like I'm going to go ahead and give someone a title that's not theirs because I don't label people. So I loved that you shared that with us. So, hypnotherapist. And I've had Renee work with my group actually when I had our sanctuary last year. So, in November, we did a sanctuary and Renee was on there and we had her virtually on this big screen TV in the living room. We were all sitting around and each one of us talked about things that we needed to work on. And she was able to work with us as a full group. So she not only works individually, but she can also work in groups, which is great, especially if you run retreats or if you have clients and you want to bring her in and have her work with your group. I think that's just an amazing thing to be able to do. So let me go ahead and start recording this so we can get rolling because we're already live. So we might as well record it and roll. Sound good to you, Renee?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, let's do this. So welcome everyone to our weekly Teaching Tuesday, where we bring all of our VIP members forward for them to be able to teach their genius. Obviously, Renee's genius is being a hypnotherapist. So she brings that forward. And she's going to be helping us today get past some blocks, which I'm very excited about because we all have them. And if you don't admit you do, you're lying because we all have them in our lives. So that's just the way it is. And today is going to be a really fun day for that. And again, if you're not a member of Lead Up for Women, I wanted you to know that you're possibly passing on this opportunity for you to be able to teach one of these. So as a member, you not only have the opportunity to teach a Teaching Tuesday, but you have the opportunity to write an article in the magazine, write the 10 tips in the magazine, be interviewed on the podcast. You get extreme, massive exposure in Lead Up for Women. It's really unlimited as much as you want to show up, as much as you want to participate, and as much as you want to expand your exposure so you can attract your clients. That's what it's about, ladies. It's not about fishing for them. It's about bringing them to you by attracting them. So we have a lot of ladies joining today, and I want to introduce Renee Oswald. Like I said, I've had her participate with events that I have had, and she's been amazing. I've also had her in groups that I've been in with Jean Kuhn. I've been in her groups and have been able to participate in Renee's hypnotherapy. And I even did a session with Renee one-on-one, just me. So I've had a lot of experience with Renee. I stand behind what she does. I love what she does because, again, it's something outside of my scope of what I do. And so I'm fascinated by it. So I hope that you will be just as fascinated today as I have been since I've met Renee. So Renee, I'm going to spotlight you to everyone so they can see you. So I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away.
Okay, thank you. This is so crazy, but I want to start out with a little bit of the joy that I have today. And that is that my granddaughter just had a baby this morning. So I am just like filled with joy. I'm bursting with happiness. And the baby's name is Violet Joe. And my granddaughter's dad passed away when she was 9. So Joe was his name. So anyway, I'm just bursting with joy. So I hope that I can stay in the realm of what we're going to be talking about today. So, so this is what I just want to ask. And just think about this to yourself. How many times do you wake up in the morning and say, hypnosis, that's what I'm going to do today? And so I don't know, there might not be too many people that say that. But how many times do you wake up in the morning and say, I need to change things in my life? And I bet there's a lot more people that say that. But between those two questions, you might say, well, you know, I need to change more things in my life naturally. But what about hypnosis? Maybe you need that also. I just want to say too that I know that sometimes people have this thing about hypnosis. Maybe there's a little bit of a fear. And a fear a lot of times is because you don't know something. And as soon as you know a little bit more about something, then that fear kind of goes away. And then you say, oh, well, I know a little bit more about it. A lot of times people see hypnosis shows, and in hypnosis show entertainment, and there really is a lot of good entertainment with hypnosis. but that's not hypnosis as far as like helping you and supporting you and guiding you to make the changes that you want in your life. But those shows are fun because I've been to some hypnosis shows. So one of the things is that when you leave here, you're not going to be quacking, you're not going to be barking, you're not going to be doing any of those things. So I just want to let you know that. I also want you to know that there are side effects to hypnosis. And the biggest side effect is that you will be relaxed, you'll feel wonderful, and you'll want to make some changes in your life. And if that's a side effect, that's kind of a good side effect. So this is what I would like to say too. There are so many different tools. I mean, you probably heard people say, well, if you use this, then you can get here. If you use that, you can get here. But there really, truly are tools that we can use in our life. And I have a couple of tools that you can use that are kind of based on hypnosis, kind of based on relaxation, and just based on helping you to make some changes in your life without actually having a hypnosis session. So one of those is just breathing differently intentionally. So think about this is that, you know, so many times people go, oh, just take a couple of deep breaths and you'll be really relaxed. And a lot of times you really are. But think about if you intentionally take some deep breaths and intentionally say, I'm just going to relax, especially if you're anxious about something or there's something happening. I know even for myself, I had to take a couple of deep breaths because I'm so filled with joy today that I had to calm myself down a little bit so that I would be able to do this little teaching Tuesday for you. So anyway, but breathing differently. So I read this book called Breath just recently. And it was recommended to me by somebody from a class that I was doing at a library. And he picked the book up and he said, I just got done reading this book. It's called Breath. So I got the book. I'm not a really fast reader, but I'm going to tell you, I read that book in a day and a half. It was so good. It had so much information in there. We can heal ourselves just with our breath. There's so many different ways that you can breathe. And you've probably heard, you know, breathe in for 3, hold it for 4, breathe out for 5, you know, whatever it may be. But one of the ones that I really gravitated to, a breathing technique, was to breathe in through your nose for 5 and breathe out through your nose for 5. So for a count of 5. And you're not going to hold it. Sometimes you hold your breath. In this particular one, so everybody might want to try that. So go ahead and breathe in, and then I'll count for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then breathe out through your nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to tell you, I did this while I was reading the book. I looked at my Fitbit watch and it was saying that my heartbeat was like 68. And I thought, well, I can get that down lower. I know I get my heart rate into the 50s. So I read the book for like 5 minutes, looked down, and I went from 68 to like 62. And I thought, oh, I can get it down lower. So I read for another 5 minutes. I looked at my watch, 58. The whole time I was reading, I was breathing like that. So I went another 5 minutes and got my pulse down to 54. Just by breathing like that for 15 minutes. So think about the things that we can do to change our bodies. And a lot of times when we change our bodies, we can change our minds, we can relax our minds, we can relax our spirits. So that's one way to relax. And they also talk about how it is just so healing to have some of these different breathing techniques. So think about that, how inexpensive it is to just breathe a little bit differently. So that's one tool that I'd like to give to people. Another one is called rapid eye movement. So think about this and I learned this from a hypnotist, an MD, who's been an MD for 47 years and has been a hypnotist for 42 years. And he talked about how people do rapid eye movement tests all the time when people are sleeping. So a lot of times they'll put the electrodes on their heads and they'll have them They'll have them check how they're sleeping and dreaming. So when you're dreaming, you have rapid eye movement. But what about if you did rapid eye movement when you're awake? So he decided to do testing. And naturally, it's a small test. It was one doctor who was doing this. But he did this test where he put the brain waves on, tested people, had them do rapid eye movement while they were awake, and see what happened to their brain waves. And their brain waves changed completely. So now this doctor was talking to a group of hypnotists when he was telling us this, and he said, this is wonderful that you can use like with your clients. And you can say to them, you know, if somebody that comes for weight management and they have this thing about eating a lot of sugar, and you can tell them, well, if you have this desire to eat some sugar, do some rapid eye movement and see if that will change your brain waves. And in most cases it does. What about somebody who's a smoker and they leave after having a session and they start to get a little bit of a desire to have a cigarette? Have them do rapid eye movement. So now I tell a lot of my clients about rapid eye movement. So let me tell you how this goes. So what you do is you just look up, you don't move your head. You look up and down, up and down, up and down as fast as you can. So you can go ahead and do that. So go ahead, look up, look down, up, down. Then you can even go side to side as fast as you can. And I'm going to tell you, you can probably only do it for 30 to 60 seconds. And in doing that, you change your brain waves. Well, why would you want to change your brain waves? Well, what if you're anxious about something? What if you're excited about something? What if you're starting to get some of those negative thoughts that are popping into your head? What if you said, you know what, I just want to release some of those negative thoughts. I want to get rid of them. I didn't want to even think about any of that. So now, or think about if you do want to stop eating some sweets and you go, you know what, I think I'm just going to go in the cabinet and then you start to do a little bit of rapid eye movement and it changes your brain waves. So those are some things that you can, another little tool that you can have in your back pocket. You know, if I want to change something, how can I do that? I can maybe either change my breathing, do that for a minute or two, do rapid eye movement for 30 to 60 seconds. And these are small little things that you can do to change what you're thinking, to change how you're feeling, to relax your body a little bit. So I always say when your body is relaxed, your mind follows and then your spirit follows. So it's body, mind, spirit. So that's another tool that you can use, kind of put it in your back pocket. And then here's something about when you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night, just a few things. So one of the things is when we wake up in the morning, how many times do you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I have a million things to do. I don't have enough time. How am I going to get this all done? I just don't have enough time. And what if you said, I'm going to stop doing that? That's crazy. How about if I wake up in the morning and say, I have 16 hours today. Wow. I can really get a lot done in 16 hours. So now you've just programmed yourself to say, I have 16 hours. Wow. Look at how much I get done in an hour. How much can I get done in 16 hours? I know I can get all that stuff done. So now you wake up and you program your mind for giving yourself more time. Because when we say we don't have enough time, we're actually taking time away from ourselves because now we've just programmed ourselves, oh my God, I don't have enough time. How am I going to get this all done? And you continue to program yourself throughout the day doing that. So now here's one more tool to think about. And this, I read Bruce Lipton gave this tool. And Bruce Lipton, really, Dr. Bruce Lipton, he's just one of those old guys out there, along with Joe Dispenza and Greg Braden, that have all kinds of things about, you know, quantum physics and the power of our mind and all that. And he really believes in hypnosis. And he said, when is hypnosis most powerful is like when you're relaxed and right before you fall asleep. And that's called theta. So think about this as you lay down at night and you put your head down on the pillow, you start to relax, you're actually going into theta. And how many times do you lay down your head on the pillow and you say, oh God, I didn't do that today. Oh my gosh. And then you said that to that person. Oh my gosh. And then you did that. What the heck is wrong with you? And so now we do that little beat up negativity. But think about this. You are in theta. You are now programming your subconscious mind for a bunch of negative stuff. And of course, we don't want to do that. So now think about this for tonight, and you can say to yourself, just for tonight, when I lay my head down on the pillow, I am going to say all the right things that I did today, everything right that I did. And I'm going to say all the things that I'm grateful for. And maybe I'll say all the things that I get to do tomorrow. Not that I have to do, that I get to do tomorrow. And so now when you lay your head down on the pillow and you say those things, and when those negative things start to come into your mind, say, nope, just for tonight, I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm releasing all that. Just for tonight, I am going to say all these wonderful, powerful things to myself. So now you lay your head down on the pillow and think about this when you wake up the next day. Did you have nicer, better dreams? Did you wake up happier, smiling? Did you wake up saying, oh my God, I have 16 hours for my day today? How much can I get done in my 16 hours? So think about these little tools and how simple they can be and how much they can change your mind, your mindset, how you look at things, how you're going to conduct your day, how you feel about things, how you feel about yourself, how you dreamt throughout the night. Oh my gosh, you probably dreamt all kinds of wonderful, powerful, creative things. And now you get up in the morning, you're going to have to write them all down so that you can remember all those creative things that popped into your mind. So these are just a couple of little tools that you can use for yourself to make the changes in your life that you may want to make. And think about this. I think we all want to make changes. And I think we want to make changes because we want to be the best person that we can be. And sometimes those changes are a little bit difficult to make. But think about this. If you can just program your subconscious mind, say some of these things, say kind things to yourself, change your words a little bit. And when you do that, oh my gosh, just wonderful things happen. So one of the things that I also want to talk about briefly before we start a session, because we're going to do a little mini session today, is that I was just, I went to the Payless Women's Club and I was invited there because somebody said, oh my gosh, you might want to come because there's going to be a hypnotist there. And they said, this is a hypnotist who hypnotized Saddam Hussein's son. And I went, oh my God, that's my friend Larry Garrett. I know him. So I went to the Payless Women's Club. I naturally had to go by an invitation. I was very excited to see him. I hadn't seen him for a while. Didn't really see a lot of stuff either, him posting on Facebook or saying too many things. When he came in, I thought he looked a little bit thin. And I said, oh, he just looks a little thinner. Of course, he had his mask on. He was very happy to see me. I made my my turtle brownies because he expected those, because he used to get them at his center once a month when I went there for the different things that he had on the first Sunday of the month. So anyway, he starts his talk and he said, so how many people here have been hypnotized before? There was only 2 ladies in a group of about 30 that raised their hand. And then he talked about fear. And he said, well, you know what, you fear things that you don't know about. Then he said, just like if you hear the word cancer, you fear that because you don't know anything about it or what's going to happen. He said, so I just want to tell you that in 2020, I found out that I had cancer and I went through treatments for that. So he started to tell a story, and he's one of those people, he goes all over the place. He starts a story here and he doesn't finish it. And then he tells a story over here and he doesn't finish it. Tells a story over here and he doesn't finish it. But he goes back to each one. I don't know how he remembers to get back to each one of those stories, but he does. And so then he, just started to talk about hypnosis and how it helps and how fear changes so many things in us. And he talked about that when you have fear, that it takes away a lot of your strength and power. So he talked about that a little bit. And then he talked about that he's writing a book. And this is his 4th book. And this book is called What's the Lump on the Side of Your Neck? And it's about him with the cancer. He also said that his doctor told him from the University of Chicago that it would be 1.5 years to 2 years before he would really start to feel better. He was at the Payless Women's Club talking 8 months to the day. We were the first group that he talked to, and he said he was feeling great. He said, I went through all the regular treatments just like anybody else would. He said, but my mindset brought me through. So then he asked if anybody in the crowd would like to do like a little testing. And it's called muscle testing. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard about muscle testing or seen it. In most cases, I think most people have. So one lady in the crowd raised her hand and she put her arm out and made a fist. If you can see, I'm doing that. But she put her arm out and she made a fist. And he said, okay, I want you to think about something that's really positive in your life, something that you're really, that you're just so happy about, and that it just makes you happy every time you think about it. So then he pressed down on her arm, because that's what muscle testing is, and her arm was very strong. Then he said, okay, now I want you to think about something that you fear. And she said, can I tell you what it is? And then she said, I've had cancer twice and I fear that it's going to come back. Now, she just raised her hand to do this testing. She didn't even know what he was going to do. And then he said, okay, so I want you to think about that fear, not for long, just for a brief moment. He barely pressed down on her arm and her arm went down completely. So the reason that I'm telling you that story is think about fear in your life and the things that we fear and how we take away our strength, our power, everything because we have fear. And he said to her, see how that takes away your strength? See how that takes away your power? He said, you know what? You're going to be okay. Just release that fear. Now, yeah, it's an easy thing to say, just release the fear. But I think when we know that we need to release the fear, then we can. Because so many times in our life, it's like we don't know what we don't know. And if you don't know that that fear is taking away all of your power, all of your strength, then how can you even think about releasing it? I like to think about releasing things where I put it up, I put it in a big balloon, a hot air balloon, because I always want to go up in one. One day I will. So I picture myself putting it in a hot air balloon and sending it up, and it just goes away. Or I also believe in asking God and the angels to take the things away that I can't handle. Please take this away from me because I can't deal with it. So I'd like you guys to just take it for me. I know other people have told me that they will like dig a ditch and they'll put their stuff in there, you know, in their minds, and they'll bury it, and that makes them feel good. Other people have said that they'll take their fear or whatever they don't like and they'll put it on, they'll write it on a piece of paper and then they'll burn it. So I think we all have kind of a way that maybe in the past you haven't thought about, that you can imagine your fear going away, or maybe some of us do have a way that we release our fear. But think about that and think about how much lighter you feel when you just kind of get rid of that and you say, you know what, whew, that felt really good. So just a couple little ideas that you can use. And I think maybe what we'll do then is we'll go ahead and we'll start like a relaxation. Remember, you know, that things happen when you relax, you know, that there's side effects. There's side effects to listening to a relaxation, getting relaxed and feeling great. They're all good side effects. So this is what I usually tell people, is to just get into a nice comfy position.
Renee, do you need to see everybody? Do you want me to take you off Spotlight?
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. Yeah.
Let me pull you off Spotlight. So you guys make sure that you're on gallery view for your view. Go to gallery view so that she can see everybody. And if you guys are off camera and you want to come on camera, that might be good as well. If you guys can turn on your camera and be present with us. Go ahead, Renee.
Okay. So first of all, I just want to tell you that nobody ever question that people ask. No one ever gets stuck in hypnosis. If you get stuck, you'll be stuck in sleep, because I relaxed you so much that you went to sleep. So that's like a question that I get asked a lot of times. So, and I always like to compare meditation to hypnosis. I teach meditation classes also. I think they're very similar as far as a guided meditation. So guided meditation and hypnosis are where you relax yourself, and then you get beneficial suggestions, and then you wiggle your fingers and your toes and you wake up. And very similar to hypnosis, where you get relaxed, I give you beneficial suggestions. A lot of times too, in a guided meditation, maybe you'll go on a journey. A lot of books that I have are meditation books / hypnosis books. And I kind of incorporate both of them, because I just believe that the relaxation and the guiding people into beneficial suggestions or on a journey are all very, very similar. So, everybody ready to get nice and relaxed? Okay, so what I'd like you to do is you can go ahead and close your eyes. You can take in a nice deep breath. You can take in a breath like what we talked about before, where you just breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your nose. Just allow yourself to get nice and comfy. And go ahead and take in one more nice deep breath in through your nose, feeling that relaxation, breathing in love, kindness, happiness, all good stuff. And go ahead and breathe out. And just breathe out anything you want to release, any doubts or fears. And as you allow your entire body to soften and relax, every bone, every tendon, every ligament, every cell in your body softened and relaxed. And with each breath that you take, you can just feel yourself relaxing more and more. Just feel so much peace and calm. Feel that you're lighter. And as you let yourself release any tension or discomfort in your body, while another part of your body discovers how wonderful it may be to be more relaxed and comfortable. And as you rest, you might wonder if both your arms are growing heavier or lighter, or one arm will grow heavier while the other grows lighter, or perhaps one hand will become warmer or cooler. And you fully give yourself permission to go into a deep trance at your own pace, a deep trance and relaxation at your own pace. Now, as you relax even more and more. And you might be amazed at how easily you drift into a deeper level of relaxation. And I wonder if you will simply allow it to occur, or your unconscious mind will create a deeper state of comfort, or perhaps you will go deeper and deeper into relaxation and trance without even knowing how you were doing it. And you don't even have to notice how supported your body feels as you gently relax every bone, every muscle, every tendon, every fiber, every cell in your body, softened and relaxed, while everything begins to just slow down and relax. And the more you relax, the more you can relax, just allowing and noticing everything slow down. And I wonder if you are noticing just how deeply you are relaxing, how your breathing has changed, how to slow down, and as you continue to relax more and more. And you might wonder what it would be like to continue to an even deeper level of trance, feeling so peaceful and relaxed. From the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes, you are relaxed and at ease. And maybe you can notice how wonderful you feel, allowing even your mind to slow down now. So just continue to relax for a moment, just feeling that wonderful relaxation in your body. How wonderful it feels. Just take a moment to just feel it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And I'd like you to relax even deeper, 100 times deeper. Do this at your own pace with each number that I count. 10. Relax, relax. Feeling better and better about everything in your life, the more relaxed you become. 9. Deeper. The more relaxed you get, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more confident and at peace you become. 8. Down deeper, becoming more and more clear about why you are here and what you are here to do, and how it becomes more and more important with every day that passes. 7. You have a purpose. You know this at some level, and it is becoming clearer and clearer as you drift deeper and deeper. 6. The more relaxed you become, the more aware you become of why you wake up every day, down deeper and deeper. 5. And it may come to you quickly or within the next few days, down deeper. 4. Down and down. And when you're aware, you will know why, what, and how. And you will know exactly what you need to do as your motivation increases. 3. Down deeper and deeper with ease, drifting and drowsy, drowsing, drifting. Down deeper, relaxed. 1. Down and down, deeper and deeper into total and complete relaxation as you continue to relax. Think about how wonderfully relaxed you feel and how wonderful your body is, just like slowing down, your body, your mind, your spirit. And now you can think about making positive changes for yourself. You can change how you perceive things in a very positive way. It will help you understand so much easier, help you in so many ways as you rest comfortably. Did you know that all mistakes only are learning opportunities? And you know, that means that every learning opportunity is an experience that gives you knowledge in one way or another. For instance, if you made a mistake, afterwards you know that's not the way to do it, and you find another way. With every experience, you gain knowledge. With every knowledge, you gain wisdom. And wisdom is really strength, inner strength. It is so helpful to you for you to know this. And this secret and this knowledge will be part of you now, be part of your subconscious mind and how you manage, react, and feel things. A tool just to help you. The most wonderful thing is that every learning experience is actually a personal strengthening tool. Your personal strengthening tool that you can use anytime. This is true simply because every experience, no matter if it is working out perfectly or not, makes you wiser. Every situation makes you wiser. How wonderful is that? So all experience in life is actually all strengthening knowledge. As you now know how to look at it from a new learning perspective. This means too that during the years you have already gathered so many experiences, good and perhaps what can be considered bad, but all ones which did in fact teach you something too, giving you wisdom and strength, inner strengths. So from now on, you know that all new situations are to be experienced to gain inner strength And you can even smile inside at that and look at it from a constructive learning perspective. Imagine your new response. Now, okay, what can I learn from this? Almost like a quiz, always from a positive standpoint. Even old situations that seem to be ongoing and stuck, perhaps a new look at it from another perspective with your new tools can be useful. This new perspective. This information will sink deeply within you and stay forever to help you. So from now on, allow yourself to feel how wonderful it is to actually understand this. Everything is just opportunities to learn and develop strength and wisdom, and everything is okay. There's always a positive learning experience to be made and strength to gain. What an opportunity this gives you. You can choose how to react. And of course, now that you know that it will be a further addition to your strengths, it helps you every time you are in a new situation. With this understanding, you can easily see that how you react has changed in a constructive, curious, and positive way, stepping out of the situation and looking at it from your new perspective. Calm inside, knowing that it is an experience to be understood and that it strengthens you. But perhaps you don't always know what until it has played out. And that is okay. Calm and secure. With this new understanding, fear has no place because knowledge and strength have taken its place. Knowledge and strength in a respectful, loving way. Simply wonderful. You can now appreciate yourself and all of the experiences you already have. Another wonderful benefit of this new awareness is that you always now know how others go through the same journey of gaining wisdom and strength. Perhaps they just don't know it yet, which means that you have an even more understanding. You can let go of irritations that only harm you anyway, and you can see the beauty in others' experiences, that it is their journey, their own responsibility. This you understand. No matter what situation, what person, or anything else, you now know this secret. You can use it, and it helps you so much. You choose to find the positive side to any situation so that it can become a strengthening tool in your life. So powerful, so strong we can all be just by simple, small, little knowledge things that we learn. So breathe in all this positive, wonderful, good energy, all the strength, all the peace, all the calm. Go ahead and breathe out. Take another nice deep breath in, breathing in all this good stuff, love, kindness, positive talk to yourself. And again, breathe out anything that's negative, any fears, release those, get rid of those, any aches or pains. Take one more nice, long, deep, relaxing breath in. Feeling yourself start to kind of move around a little bit, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Breathe out again, anything you want to release that you haven't already released and let go of. Continue to wiggle your fingers and your toes and your neck just a little bit. Just feel your awareness starting to come back into your room. When you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes, feeling wonderful in every way. So, I hope you all feel nice and relaxed. I hope you feel good. I hope the people that we can't see, I hope they're awake.
Do you want anyone to share their experience?
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and share what you felt during.
And or if you have any questions too about, because some people have questions about, well, I was drifting, or I did this, or I did that. If you've got any questions about what you experienced.
I got something. Can you hear me, Renee?
Yes.
I was in the retreat in Arizona with Colleen when you hypnotized us the first time.
Okay.
And I've never been hypnotized. And actually, it's weird. My mom just walked in now as I was meditating. She's like, what the hell is my daughter doing? But anyway, story I wanted to tell you is thank you. Because in November, your purpose at that retreat, like today, was to let go of fear. And it was holding ourselves accountable for the things that stop us, which we're only in competition with ourselves. From that point in November of this year until now, I'm a completely different person. And there are no boundaries or obstacles that I face. And when I went home from that retreat, I faced the lion who put me into a bad place mentally with a narcissist. And I was the bigger person who let go. And my life has tremendously changed since the first time you hypnotized me. So keep doing it. It's a blessing. And today,
Wow.
my body, I have some physical ailments. I have tendonitis really bad, but standing firm in what you believe in and getting rid of fear is the hardest thing to do. So please keep doing what you're doing because it's blessed me in so many ways.
Wow. Thank you very much. Wow. That makes me feel wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad that it made you feel wonderful. And you know what? It's things like that that people say to me that I am just like so excited about. I'm so thrilled about that I can put you on that path because you're the one that's actually doing the work. All that I'm doing is guiding you and putting you on that path. And once you get on that path, wow, you can just, continue on that path and just make all kinds of wonderful changes in your life. So thank you very much for that. But you did the work.
Yeah, I want to say real quick, thanks so much, Renee. It's a nice little reset to the day for me. Of course, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning working and having difficulties with internet connections and stuff. So it's nice to be able to pause, take some deep breaths, and thank you very much for guiding us along the way of a little bit less stress.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and you've always helped. I've had a couple of sessions one-on-one with Renee since that retreat, and she's been such a tremendous help right now during some family issues and things like that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, does my head still fit on the screen? Thank you. I really do appreciate hearing those things. It just makes me know that what I'm doing, that I'm on the right path to guiding people, to change things in their life. So thank you.
I forget all the time about the breathing piece, and like you talked about, a lot of us wear watches that track our heart rates, and just to sit and breathe and take 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out and do that 5 times just lowers your stress and helps your body. You can think clearer. It clears your mind. And it just kind of puts everything back into perspective, right? Everything's heightened here when you're in stress mode. And then when you breathe, everything just comes down and then you can make decisions. When we're high in emotion, it's very tough to make decisions. But when we're lower in emotion and we're calmer, it's like all of a sudden there's this whole ball of decisions and opportunities that open up that we never saw before, that were always there because we were clouding it with that stress. So the reminder of breathing is just the biggest tool for me. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And think about this too, is that you can make decisions, like you said, like better, easier, quicker, faster. But think about this too, you can be more creative. So what if you need like some answers about, what if I did it this way? Or what if I did it that way? And then if you just stop for a few minutes, it's like not only do you get a decision, you get like a creative idea and you go, whoa, where did that come from? And I think it's because we've got these 60 to 80,000 thoughts that come at us every day. And then we just allow them to keep on coming. And when we just stop for those few minutes, all those thoughts kind of go away. And then we can, like you said, Colleen, make the decisions, but then we can also be really creative. And sometimes it's only a matter of 2 minutes. It's not like you have to do this for, you have to sit in this position and cross your legs for like 20 minutes. You don't have to do that. So sometimes it is just giving ourselves 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And if you do have 5 or 10 minutes, then that's wonderful. But if you don't, just think that you can achieve a lot of those just relaxations that clear mind in a matter of just a few moments.
London made a comment and said it was the first time for me, and it made me realize that I have a lot going on in my head that gets in the way of productivity. I think that I don't know if she can unmute or not. And then Christine said this the second time this week that book was recommended to me. Thank you for the nudge. Yep, that means you need to go buy it, Christine. You know what that means. You know what that means. Now you had an offer for everyone, Renee, and it's like the best offer. So I wanted to make sure you had the opportunity to give away what you're giving away because it's so great. So go ahead and share with them what you're offering for everyone on the call today.
Okay, so I just want to make this a wonderful day for everyone, probably too, because I just became a great grandma today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying those words, but and because I'm filled with joy. You know, I just want to show you this card too. I pull a card every once in a while for myself, and wouldn't you know it, this was the card that I pulled today. Joy. It's like I thought, oh my gosh. And all I kept on sending everybody in messages was, I'm just filled with so much joy. And then this is the card that I pulled. So, you know, my heart is filled with joy. So I want to be able to extend to you a great opportunity to have like a 30-minute call with me so that we can discuss a few things of what you might want to change. And we'll even do like a brief, you know, like hypnosis session, and it's all free. So I would like everybody to just, you know, put your, I think the best way that we had said, Colleen, was for them to email me or for them to give me their email address, maybe with the word yes on it. And then I can copy that chat. I can also put my information in the chat. So whatever you find is the best way. Yeah, so drop your email in there and just put the word yes by it. I'll call you or I'll email you and let you know some days and times that I have available, and we can do a half-hour call. We'll chat for a few minutes and then we'll do a relaxation, and I'll give you lots of beneficial suggestions to help you move on your path to make the changes that you want in your life.
Yeah, I like those sessions because they're very personalized. So these are more general, but when you work with her directly, it's personalized. And so she doesn't have a way for you to book a link with her right now. So that's why she wants to be able to reach out to you individually, schedule a time that works for both of your schedules. And trust me when I tell you, you're going to absolutely love it. It is so much fun, and it helps. I mean, we all get stuck, like I said in the beginning, or anchored, or fear overcomes something that we're dealing with. And the only way you can move past that is by taking action. And sometimes we don't know what action that is we need to take. And that's where I love when Renee comes in, because it helps identify for us in a relaxed state what that action is that we need to take, which again, when you're stressed, you're in a high emotional state. You can't make those decisions. Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell you about one lady that I helped just recently. And this lady could not drive over a bridge. She was not able to drive over a bridge for 20 years. So 20 years ago, she had a traumatic thing happen where her kids were in the car. They were on a bridge. There was construction. She was directed to go a different way. She was told to go a certain way. She thought she was going the way that she was directed, but she did not, and almost got into a terrible accident. So now this trauma stayed with her for 20 years. She couldn't drive over a bridge. The things that we do to ourselves, isn't it just amazing? Anyway, so her daughter lived on the other side of the bridge. So she said to me, so what I do is I drive up to like right before the bridge. I call Uber, and then I have Uber pick me up, and then I go over the bridge. And she goes, before that, I used to just call my daughter. She said, but my daughter's pregnant. I don't want to be bugging her. And every time I would pull up with the Uber, she would say, Mom, why are you doing that? And she said, because I wanted to come and see you and I didn't want to bug you. So anyway, she came to me to be able to drive over the bridge, and we did a session, and she said, I know that I can do this Saturday morning. I'm going to do it when there's no traffic, and I'm going to drive over the bridge. So Saturday morning came, and it was icy. And she said, I just couldn't do it. So she called me and said, I just couldn't do it. I felt so confident. I go, well, come back again. Let's do another session. So we did another session. She said that Saturday morning, she sent me a text. I was like so excited. She said she drove over the bridge. She got to her daughter's. She got out of the car. She said she went up, knocked on her daughter's door, and her daughter said, okay, who's with you hiding in the car? I know you didn't drive over the bridge by yourself. And she goes, Yes, I did. She goes, you did not. Who's in the car? She goes, nobody's in the car. I drove over the bridge by myself. She goes, yeah. And like, how did you do that? And she goes, I went for hypnosis. She goes, oh, come on. Now I know you really are just pulling my leg. You didn't go for hypnosis. She goes, I did. So then she sent me a picture of her, like in the car. First, I get this picture of this lady because I didn't have her phone number programmed. And it was like, I'm going, who is this? I can't tell who that was. And then I realized it was her. So 2 months later, her daughter had the baby and sent me a picture of the baby and her daughter and her. And then, of course, she told her son too about driving over the bridge. Her son did not believe her and was absolutely insistent that she did not go for a hypnosis session. He goes, that's the last thing in the world that you would do. I know you. And she goes, no, you don't know me because I did do this. So anyway, that's just an exciting story. I mean, I have a lot of exciting stories, but that's one that I think people can see that we've got these fears and these phobias that like hold us back for like joyful, wonderful things in our life. And look at that, like 2 hypnosis sessions. And she suffered with that for 20 years. I mean, that's like, wow. So what are you like holding yourself back with? That, sometimes we can make a small little adjustment, in your subconscious brain and start those new neural pathways and get yourself going so that you can make the changes that you truly want in your life. So I get excited about talking about hypnosis. I read hypnosis books all the time. How many people do that? But
No, I think it's very exciting. And thank you so much, Renee. Did anyone have any questions before we wrap up today and I talk about next week's event that we have for Teaching Tuesday? Anyone? This is your chance. Okay.
You know what, Colleen, I'm just looking at the chat.
Yep.
It's not allowing me to save the chat.
I'll take care of it. I'll send it to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. All right, ladies. So thank you so much, Renee. That was wonderful. If anything, wow, like the calming relaxation time of closing my eyes. Every once in a while, if someone popped in and I had to like let them in, I'd have to pop out of it. And I was relaxed. We're talking like my head was down.
I know. I saw you. You were relaxed. Your head was down.
Yeah. And I love that state because I don't give myself permission enough to be in that state. And I think we all need to give ourselves more permission to take care of our bodies, to breathe, to relax, to do something simple like that takes a minute or two. That we deserve a minute or two, ladies, in our lives to breathe. And even if you just have your phone or your watch set to every hour to remind you to breathe, or you have a sign in front of you on your computer, just remind yourself to breathe every day and start small. So thank you again, Renee. And I wrote in the chat, when she talked about her turtle brownies, she makes the most amazing turtle brownies. I just need to bring that up. I've ordered them for my family get-togethers. I ordered them for the retreat. You guys, they're amazing. So if you're ever looking for some treats for a get-together that you're doing, she is amazing. And they are just the best brownies I've ever had in my life. And she has blonde ones and chocolate ones and every kind. But next week, Debbie Corey is joining us. She's a financial concierge, and she's going to be talking to us about how to create a one-page strategic plan. So if you want to talk about finances, you want to talk about that within a one-page strategic plan, that's what Debbie's going to be teaching us next week. So a far cry from hypnosis, we're moving right back into strategy in your business, but it takes having a calm mind to be able to do those things that we need to do in our business. So again, Renee, thank you so much for hopping in here and taking this over today and just helping us all relax and be aware of our bodies and our minds and how powerful they are in our world. So thank you again. I can't thank you enough. Ladies, we hope to see you next week. And don't forget, for those of you that haven't joined, we have a book club every Wednesday. And right now we're reading this book right here, You're a Badass at Making Money. If you want to sign up for the book club that we do every single Wednesday, email me at info@leadupforwomen.com and I'll get you the registration link and you can join us. It's not too late. We're only on our second week. All right, ladies, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you, Renee.
Bye. Thank you.